Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. Today we are here with Stephanie Kay and Ed Benning from MTA. Thank you both so much for calling in this morning.
Morning.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Okay, so today we're talking about some amazing opportunities for the community. Tell us about the Sunday ride service.
Well, on Sundays, we are providing free transportation to all residents in the community on our fixed routes. So we have 13 fixed routes, and so we have service from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And in addition, all of our Your Ride service is free to the community, and that's countywide. And so we hope that individuals and families will take advantage and be able to get out. And we've all been locked down long enough. We want to do something to help everyone.
That's great. An extra day. We love that. Okay, so in this new normal now with COVID-19, how are you keeping passengers safe?
Well, many ways. We've been very proactive in that regard. It was necessary for us to shut down for a period of time. And during the shutdown, we took advantage of the fact that with the time, we could actually go in and put barriers in all of our vehicles. And that would be buses, cars, many buses, and our vans. And we were able to put in a barrier to protect the driver and the passengers. In addition to that, we have an extensive disinfecting and sanitizing takes place on all of our vehicles throughout the day, every evening. Our drivers are checked each day as they come to work, and we check their temperatures, and we question them on any issues they may have that's going on. In addition, all passengers are required to wear a mask or a scarf. If they don't have one, we'll give them one. Our drivers will wear a mask or a shield when they're driving. And, we operate a large fleet of cars. Many people don't know that. And that fleet of cars is about 150 cars that are in our Rides to Wellness and Your Ride. And when this happened, immediately, when you think of social distancing, how do you drive a sedan and get social distancing? And it dawned on me that we need to put up a very thick plastic barrier. That's what we've done. And so we have taken many steps to make sure that our passengers and drivers are being protected at all times.
So passengers should feel very safe and very comfortable when they come for a ride. Tell us a little bit about why is this program so important in the community?
Well, we live in a community that's been so supportive to us, but there are changes taking place in our communities today that may not necessarily be recognizable by all, but our population in the city of Flint went from 200,000 to today it's about 100,000. When you look at those living in the community throughout the county, not only in the city, people are aging in place, and people are living much longer. That means living longer. In many cases, it means they need medical services, and they may even develop a disability. So our traditional services do not provide what's necessary to address that. And it's just like all of us. If you get up in the morning and you're ill, it really doesn't do you any good if we tell you have to contact us the day before or 2 days before. So we have developed some very special on-demand services, and we provide on-demand service within 30 minutes. And our Rides to Wellness is considered to be the #1 medical transportation service by a public agency in the country. And prior to the pandemic, we're providing 800 to 1,000 rides a day.
It's election season as well, Ed, so what is on the ballot for the November election with MTA?
Well, we have countywide millages, and we have a millage that's up for renewal. But because we have more than one part of the millage that is in play, we felt that rather than going to the voters almost every year to have these different millages approved, that we need to have a replacement renewal millage and do this one time every 5 years. We're not asking for an increase. We tried to actually look to see if we could decrease what we were asking for. We felt that maybe we didn't have enough information to make that type of decision. But the new millage will be a renewal, no increase. If it's voted back in, then it will only come out every 5 years. We're limited to 5 years. Some organizations have 10-year millages in the county. Ours, because of the way it is constructed and by legislative action, it's only for 5 years. But
Stephanie, you have some exciting things going on with MTA and the community. Tell us about what's going on.
Well, the thing is, with MTA, it is such a valuable part of our community we take for granted so often because we might not need it right now, but you might need it one day. And the services they have to offer are just tremendous. My father, for example, was diagnosed with cancer, and I was in media. I was on the air. I could not get him to his chemo treatments, and that's when I found out about your ride. They will take you right to a chemo treatment, take you back home, and it costs $2.25.
Wow.
I was so impressed, and I was so relieved and grateful. I could not believe it. And that's when I told Ed, I want to work for you. MTA has so much they do for this community. I give you the free rides for the veterans, their spouses, even their widows, to make sure they get to the grocery store, to the doctor's office. And it's in a car. It's comfortable, and it's protected, like Ed was saying. So the millage is so important to pass these because you don't know when you might need these services yourself, and they'll be there for you. It's like a little insurance policy. So we really hope that knowing it's no increase and it's going to be good for 5 years, that we can count on your support to make these services continue lasting and use it on Sunday. Ed, who is in charge of MTA, the CEO, he knows how important it is to get to church and to get to the doctor's office and to get to the grocery store and to get to your pharmacy. So it's free for anybody every Sunday, all summer long. And he's reduced the price of all the fares in general as well. So just $2 now to get to the grocery store throughout the week. So it's amazing. And we hope that you can continue to support it. And we hope you never have to use it. But if you do, it's there for you or for your loved ones or for your neighbors.
That's great to know that MTA is there for the community. You really are doing your part to give back and to help out. Ed, we love it. Ed, Stephanie, anything else you'd like to add at all that we haven't covered?
Yeah, I would like to add, one of the things that I would like to share, and I'm really proud of, is, during this pandemic, we have been called upon to do some pretty interesting things. For example, we have drivers, even today, we're delivering Meals on Wheels to the seniors. We're continuing with the water, helping with water. We're delivering commodities for the food bank. We are delivering lunches to volunteers, working with Salvation Army, working with the Sheriff's Department. And so we recognize that when there's a need, we need to do everything we can to address it. And here we are, into this pandemic, a few months into it, and we're providing many special services in the community. This has been a real challenge, but not a very challenge. There have been good things that come out of it. And once again, it opens our eyes to what's needed, and we need to address it and make sure it happens. People in many cases have no other way to get around.
Ed and Stephanie, it was a pleasure to meet you. It was a pleasure to have you on the program this morning. Thank you for calling in. We appreciate what you are doing for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you at home want any more information, just head on over to the hot link section at WNEM.com.